Hello friends, this video on Sources of Energy Part 12 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So let us now look at wave energy. As we talked about tides and waves in detail, so tidal energy we understood. Now let us look at wave energy. So do we get any kind of energy from the waves which we see in the oceans? So when you go near a seashore, you see the waves coming. So let us look at that wave energy. So it is the energy obtained from the kinetic energy of waves. So now when I'm talking about wave energy, it is nothing but the rise and fall which we see of water on the surface level, right? So this wave energy, the waves occur because of the wind blowing on the surface of the ocean. So the larger the speed of the wind, the more would be the energy of the waves. Right, so this energy is obtained from the kinetic energy of the waves. So waves are produced by strong winds blowing across the sea. So for wave energy to work well, strong wind is needed. Because it is totally dependent on wind. So if there is no wind, again, you won't have good wave energy to generate electricity or for any productive work as such. So wave energy is again utilized for electricity generation. As I mentioned before, electricity generation is an important aspect. So most of the energy resources which are found, they are all utilized for electricity generation. So let us see how do we generate electricity from wave energy. So in this, what we do, you have a setup of this kind. So since in this case we are utilizing the kinetic energy, so the entire setup is done at the middle of the sea, because you have good kinetic energy of the waves there, right? Now what happens? This is how the waves actually take place, right? These are actually small ripples. So when you have some floating object, how does that object move? That object keeps moving in an elliptical trajectory. So I will not talk about all these things in much detail here. You will study about a lesson on waves in your next class, that is in your class 11th, where you'll understand it more deeply, that how exactly a wave is formed, how an object moves, or what is the part of an object when it floats on a wave, right? So in this case, we will here see how electricity gets generated. In this case, the up and down motion of the wave powers a piston that moves up and down inside a cylinder, and that piston turns a generator. So see, if you look from outside, this is how the apparatus look like. So inside this apparatus, you have a piston somewhere, right? And that piston is connected to the waves. Now as the waves move up and down, so here you can see when the waves move up, the piston also moves up. When the wave goes down, the piston also goes down. Now as the piston keeps moving up and down, this piston is actually turning the generator. That means the piston is nothing but it is in turn connected to a turbine which gets rotated and electricity gets generated. Right? So the up-down motion of the wave actually helps us in generating electricity. Let us look at the third type of energy that is derived from sea, that is known as ocean thermal energy. Now, as the name suggests, ocean thermal. Thermal means something related to temperature. So maybe some kind of energy which we derive from ocean by virtue of temperature. So let us see. So what is ocean thermal energy? It is the energy obtained due to difference in temperature between the ocean surface and deeper sections. So now if you think of it logically, the ocean, from where does the ocean getting sunlight? From the sun, right? Now because of the sunlight, the surface of the ocean becomes hotter as compared to the deeper sections of the ocean. That is quite obvious, right? Because the surface is directly getting exposed to sunlight. So there is a difference in temperature between the ocean surface and deeper sections. So this difference in temperature, if this is T1, this is T2, such that T1 is greater than T2. This is the ocean surface and this is the deep inside the ocean. So due to this difference in temperature, an energy is generated, and this energy is known as ocean thermal energy. So the energy which is obtained due to difference in temperature between the ocean surface and deeper sections. So the temperature difference is due to more heating of the surface by the sun. That's absolutely correct. Now, temperature difference of at least 38 degrees Fahrenheit is needed between the warmer surface water and colder deep water. So this much of temperature difference is at least needed in order to generate ocean thermal energy. If you think that you want to utilize ocean thermal energy, then the difference in temperature between the surface and deep inside the ocean should be at least 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean thermal energy is again utilized for electricity generation. So how do we generate electricity? For that we construct ocean thermal energy conversion plants. Like how you saw the setup for wave energy, the setup for tidal energy. Like for tidal energy anyways, you just construct dams. But in the case of ocean thermal energy, we have something called as ocean thermal energy conversion plants. So there ocean thermal energy is converted into electricity. So let us have a quick look at the ocean thermal energy conversion plants. So this is a rough diagram which shows the basic working of ocean thermal energy conversion plant. So what happens? This is your ocean. So the higher level, this is your sun. So the sun will heat the surface of the ocean more. So therefore the surface is at a higher temperature, and deep inside the ocean the water is at a lower temperature. So now this height, the water, this which is at high temperature, this water is used to heat this liquid ammonia. So here in this apparatus, here you have liquid ammonia, right? So here you have liquid ammonia. So what happens when this high temperature water comes, the liquid ammonia starts boiling. It heats up the liquid ammonia. As a result, ammonia vapors are formed. Right? Now these ammonia vapors are then used to turn the turbine of the generator. When the turbine rotates, electricity gets generated. Now this ammonia vapors then come back and it enters into another setup known as the condenser. What does a condenser do? It will cool down the vapor back into liquid ammonia. So this condenser will actually contain this water which is at low temperature. So the water which is deep inside is cold water, and the water which is at the surface is hot water. So the hot water is used to convert liquid ammonia to vapor ammonia, and the cold water is used to convert the vapor ammonia back into liquid ammonia, and then liquid ammonia is again pumped into this portion where again the hot water will boil it and form ammonia vapor, and this cycle will continue and you get electricity generated out of this generator. So this is how electricity generation takes place from ocean thermal energy. So what happens? Warm sea water boils liquid ammonia and forms ammonia vapors, right? Ammonia vapors run the turbine of the generator. As a result, electricity is generated. So electricity is produced. Cold sea water is pumped up to the condenser. So this is the condenser, green one, and the cold water is pumped into the condenser. Now ammonia vapors come to the condenser. Now from here the ammonia vapor comes to the condenser, which converts it back to liquid ammonia. So it is a condenser, so it will cool it down again. So it cools it down and forms liquid ammonia. So the liquid ammonia again comes here and gets converted into ammonia vapors, turn the turbine, electricity gets generated, and the process keeps continuing.
Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.